Sister Ashma also says or asks about the ruling on covering the face. Is it mandatory or not? And we've stated this so many times that it's an issue of dispute among scholars, and the most authentic opinion is that it is mandatory for a woman to cover her face, because this is a form of protection, not only for her, but also for the men who may be fascinated or attracted to her beauty. And also this is what the verses of the Quran and the authentic hadith all lead to. And the consensus of scholars is that the wives of the Prophet ﷺ were mandated to cover their faces. And the instruction came for also the rest of the women to cover their faces as well. Therefore, what I believe is that the most authentic opinion of scholars that a woman should cover her face from non-mahrams. So if she goes out, she has to cover her face. And this is for her protection and for the protection of the society at large.
The cool thing about Arabic, right, is that for covering the head, just covering the head, there's like 9 different words.
Wow.
And one of them is khimar, right? So you have, miqna'a and mighfar, and there's all these bunch of words. And it depends on if it covers the head and if it's up to here, if it's up to here, if it's up to here. Depending on the length, each has its own kind of meaning. And in Old Arabic, the word khimar, which is used in the Quran. Now, I mean, you and I know commonly we use the word hijab.
Yeah.
Hijab is actually not a word for head cover. It's actually a word for barrier. Like a wall could be a hijab. A curtain could be a hijab. Okay, so it just kind of got coined as hijab, but that's not the word in the Quran, nor the Arabs ever used it like that. Okay, so the word is khimar. And the cool thing about it is the word itself includes the meaning of covering the head. Like the head and then some. And it's used before Islam. The men used to have khimar too. One of the names for their turban, if it was extra long and it went down to like almost middle of the belly, the men used to call it khimar too. And then it's so cool. The women had like different fashions or whatever. And one of the things the women before Islam used to do is they used to have this bandana type thing that they would tie in the back with their ponytails, and it would go to the middle of their back. So they wouldn't drape it in front, they throw it behind them. That was also called a khimar. Now the Quran says they should take their khimar and throw it in front of them, before their chests. In other words, the only difference is keep the khimar, but just use it. The head cover is already included in the meaning, just use it to cover the front also. Right? And it should be like a certain length. That's the meaning. And somebody argues like, no, but the word khimar, it just means shawl, it doesn't mean like head cover, whatever. It's really cool. Are you familiar with the word khamr? You know what that means?
Is that alcohol?
Alcohol,
Yeah.
wine. You know why it's called khamr?
No.
Because it messes with your head. Khamara blocks your judgment. Khamara literally means to cover. And it's called khamr because it messes with your mind. It creates a block in your mind. It's almost as though your head is covered up with something when you take khamr. It's like it's part of the meaning of the word. We're not even talking about the Islamic meaning. We're talking about Arabic itself. Back in the day, they'd see some horses are funny colors, like from the neck onwards it's white and the rest of it's brown or something like that. They would say that horse is mutakhammir. It's like it has a khimar on. So, like, how are you going to explain that as the horses don't have shawls on?
Yeah. It's just the length.
It's just a length, and it's covering its head, and it's up to its neck and all the way down. So that's why they're calling it a khimar. So like it's already in the language, but it's so unfortunate that when they say, okay, they should draw their veils over their chest. That's what some translations say, draw the veils over the chest. Well, a veil could be a shawl, it could be any kind of cloth. And it doesn't really include head covering, right? But the Arabic word does. And so I feel like a lot of this confusion comes because people don't pay attention enough to the original language, and how a lot of translations, they oversimplify the issue and we start coming to drastic conclusions. But I think that even if you talk about all of this, like somebody gets upset and says, who are you to tell me that I have to wear this or that? I'm not anybody to tell you anything. But what I'd like to, at least for people to know is, okay, here's what the word is in the Quran and here's what it means. And here's how we can understand it. If you think there's better evidence, if you think there's another meaning in Arabic, then maybe you should tell me about it. So, I don't know, maybe I should do a talk about that someday.
Yeah.
I'll see you next time, inshallah.
Okay.
Take care.
The sister asked the question that is it obligatory for a Muslim woman to cover the face? There are differences of opinion as far as the scholars are concerned regarding covering the face, but I agree more with the fatwa given by Sheikh Nasruddin Albani, where he says that covering the face is not compulsory. The Muslim woman's complete body should be covered. The only part that can be seen are the face and the hands up to the wrist. The reason for this is those scholars who say that the face should be covered, they mainly give two ayahs from the Quran, that is from Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 31, which says that say to the believing woman that she should lower her gaze and draw her veil over the bosom. The Arabic word used here is khimar, where people say that khimar means covering the face. In argument for this, there's a hadith in Abu Dawud, it's a Sahih hadith classified as Sahih, in which the Prophet said that when a woman, when she prays, she should have a khimar. Now, no scholar ever said that covering the face is compulsory during Salah. So in Arabic, the literal meaning of khimar is a head covering. It need not cover the face. So based on this verse does not prove that the face should be covered. Similarly, there's another verse in Surah Ahzab chapter 33, verse number 59, which says, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the believing women that when they go abroad, they should put on the cloak. The word used here is jilbab. And if you look up in the dictionary, jilbab doesn't mean that covering the face. It's complete but natural. It can go from body right down to the toe or from the shoulders down. So there is no verse in the Quran which says that the face should be covered. And there are various Sahih hadith which I can quote in which the women had their face open. For example, the hadith in Sahih Muslim in which the Prophet, after the Eid Salah, he gave a khutbah after addressing the men, he addressed the women. And the hadith says that there was a woman who had a black spot on the cheek and she asked the question to Rasulullah. That means the woman did keep their face open. There are several other Sahih hadith. There's a hadith in which one of the Sahabas, he tells another person that if you want to look at the person who has been promised paradise by Rasulullah, look at the black woman going there. This indicates that the face was open. That's how he could recognize that woman. There are various other hadith. I'd just like to quote one more to cut the answer short, that during Hajj, it is compulsory that the women show their face. Now, in Hajj, in the state of Ihram, no thing which is haram would be asked to be done. A thing which is mubah can be made fard, for example, for the gents wearing 2 pieces of unsewn cloth. A thing which is sunnah can be made fard. A thing which is sunnah can be made haram, like cutting nails is sunnah, it can be haram. But a haram thing cannot be made fard. So therefore, covering the face is not fard, it is optional. But those sisters who want to cover the face, alhamdulillah, it's good, please let them continue, but it's not fard for a Muslim to cover the face. That is the reason I believe more in the fatwa given by Sheikh Nasruddin Albani. Hope that answers the question.